Hello and welcome to angle pair relationships. We've been studying a number of different angles, and now we're going to kind of summarize and make sure that we're capturing everything that you need to know at this point. One type of angles that we've looked at are complementary angles, and those are the ones who add up to be 90 degrees. So if we have a right angle, something that's 90 degrees, if two angles split that, then this angle A plus this angle B must together be 90. Supplementary angles are ones that add up to be 180. Usually they're also called a linear pair, and that is if they together make a straight line. We know this is 180 degrees altogether, so if we have an angle A and an angle B here, this angle plus this angle together must be 180. Feel free to pause as you need. If I ever go too fast, you can write down what you need to. A transversal is a line that cuts across any other two lines. So if I have a line here and I have a line here, any line that cuts across both of them, remember trans means across, okay, this red line is a transversal. Now we know there's lots of special things if these two green lines are parallel. If we mark that those are parallel and they are cut by a transversal, then there's lots of special relationships between those angles. But this is a transversal, whether or not they're parallel or not, that's what this line is called. Okay, the next one is vertical angles, and that is a pair of angles, of opposite angles formed by two intersecting lines. Line 1, line 2, if this is angle A and this is angle B and this is angle C, we know that B and C are equal to each other. The proof we've used for this is to say that since A plus C is 180, because those are supplementary, and since A plus B is 180, because those are supplementary, then if they're both equal to 180, they must be equal to themselves, to each other. And now I can just simply subtract A from both sides, so C must equal B. These two angles are going to be equal. Okay, now we're going to look at the scenario where we have two parallel lines, let's say these are parallel, that are cut by a transversal. Now these angle relationships have special relationships. Corresponding angles, remember, those are ones that are in the same position or in the same place. So the one that's in the upper left is corresponding with 5 that's in the upper left. 1 and 5. 2 is in the upper right, and that corresponds with 6 in the upper right. Lower left with lower left, 3 and 7, and lower right and lower right. And we know that corresponding angles will always be equal if those two lines are parallel. Alternate interior, remember alternate just means on all the opposite sides of this transversal, so one over here and one over here. And interior means on the inside of the parallel lines. So alternate interiors here would be like 5 and 4 or 3 and 6. So let's put those ones down, 3 and 6, 5 and 4. And alternate interiors are also equal. We know that because since correspondings are equal, if 1 is equal to 5 and 1 and 4 are vertical, then this is equal to this, these have to be equal also. Corresponding is really the only one you really need. You can figure out the rest of them. Same side interior. Now we're talking on the same side of this transversal, so 3 and 5, but also on the inside of the parallel line. So 3 and 5 or 4 and 6. And since these alternate interiors are equal, but 4 and 3 are supplementary, 5 and 3 then have to be supplementary. Same side interiors are supplementary. Alternate exteriors. So now we're talking about opposite sides of the transversal, one over here, but on the exterior of the parallel lines. So we're talking about 1, 2, 7, 8. The opposite exteriors would be 1 and 8 or 2 and 7. Okay, and these alternate exterior angles, let's think, because we know 1 and 5 are corresponding, they're equal to each other, and 5 and 8 are vertical, then 1 and 8 must also be equal. So these must be equal. The last one is same side exterior angles. And so now we're talking on the same side of the transversal, but on the outside of the parallel lines. So we're talking about 1 and 7 are exterior, same side, or 2 and 8 also. And since 1 and 5 are corresponding, they're equal, and 5 and 7 are supplementary. 1 and 7 must be supplementary. So we're talking 1 and 7, or 2 and 8, and they must be supplementary. These are all our angle pair relationships. Have a great day.